I was very fortunate to be on some really, really good teams that had amazing culture. I came into the league in Vancouver a year after they went to the Stanley Cup final. We won the President's Trophy my first year. That core group of players, like Manny Malhotra, Luongo, Sammy Salo, Kessler, Bieksa, Burroughs, like Alex Edler was a younger guy, but he was pretty big in the league. Like, I was so fortunate and almost couldn't understand how good that culture was for making everybody feel a part of the team. Like, I joke around with some guys last weekend. Vancouver, we'd get on the road, we'd go play a game. Maybe we fly somewhere, we get in there at 12 o'clock. We get to the hotel, maybe practice next day. Sedin's would be the guys leading the charge, being like, "Okay, boys, go get changed. Everybody on the bus in 15 minutes." Whole team would go out together, go have some drinks. We have some fun. Like, I would get on other teams where it's like everybody's like whispering to their one buddy, like, "Where are we going for dinner?" Like, and it was just so cliquey. Like Philly, to me, it was. I went from Chicago in 2015. Again, another incredible culture. Like, you see why they won just by the people that they had there. And I went to Philly, and I was, talking to my dad, talking to my brother. Within weeks, I was like, man, no wonder this team hasn't won. You could just feel the difference. You could feel the culture. Two guys leading the charge there were, Claude Giroux, Jake Voracek, who were tremendous players, top 10 scorers, great talent, but not guys that were, in my opinion, really bringing a team together, really wanting to win.
Sound like they're missing like a real leader?
Yeah, they were great players, those two, and tremendous to watch. But kind of the guys that, like, you're in a 6-1 game, you're winning 6-1. He's got 4 points. Coach shows the fourth line out on the power play with 2 minutes left, and he's looking at the coach like, "Come on," like just one of those guys. Like, you just create such a toxic environment when you do stuff like that. Like, that would never have been the case on Chicago or Vancouver, and we had good teams in Montreal. Like, everybody wanted everybody to win, and it's you could feel the difference right away.
You feel almost like you have like a team where teams within the teams. Everybody's pulling on like 4 separate ropes versus just one. You mean?
Yeah. Like that was Philly when I got there too, and it was a disaster from day one, and you could see they're still in the turmoil. This is almost 10 years later now, where they haven't figured it out, and I don't know what the answer is for them, but. You just gotta. It starts at the top, right? Like, and I'm not talking management or that. Like, I'm talking on your team. Like, your captain, your head guys that are pulling the charge. They set the tone, and that they kind of steer your team. It makes such a big difference.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.